Region number 2 is going to be the EUL, and I will reveal mine first.
Yep.
And I've gone for a slightly different distribution in terms of teams for this particular region. Again, like NAL, it is 4 slots, but I've sort of organized these teams a little bit differently. I have G2 and VP locked in to make the major, but that is in stark contrast to you.
Yes, it certainly is. All right, so that's yours. Now I'll flash mine up onto the screen. And like you, I've just completely, yeah, awesome. We're doing this live right now. G2 is my only team that I've got from EUL that I think is a lock, that I think is a certainty. I actually edited this. I had Virtus Pro in the same category with them, and I've taken them out. And I've got them at the same level as M&M because M&M also had a very good stage, did well at the major. I think they actually made it further than Virtus Pro in the end as well. So I kind of felt a little bit unfair to put VP just above M&M. And obviously I know BDS has that history, but history's history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, they did well at Gamers 8. Don't get it twisted. I'm aware of that. And maybe BDS is back. But I don't know if I could have put them above Wolves and Wild. I have all 3 of them fighting for that last spot. I think G2's a lock. VP, M&M, provided everything goes well, have a good stage, should all make it. And it's down to that last 3 for that last spot, which should be very fascinating. And I think, yeah, largely we're both pretty similar in terms of the bottom 3.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, G2 should probably be even stronger than they were last stage, especially with Uno jumping back in. That's also largely why I put Heroic down at the very bottom, not making the major. I think that's going to be a huge loss for them. And Koi with, quite a fresh roster. I don't really see them making too many waves. Jigsaw joining, very big talking point. We might touch on that a little bit later. But will that be enough for them to be seriously contesting for a spot at the major? Probably not. So I think the takeaway from us two, BDS, big talking point.
Yeah.
Can they make the top 4? Based on their G8 result and the squad, they should be, but it could be quite close like it was last stage.
I had them as my 4th. They were at the top of that 3rd category, but it's not a given, right? It's not a probably, and certainly not a lock, that's for sure. One to watch, definitely excited to see how EUL is going to play out this particular stage. Moving on, keep